Hello and welcome back to my channel, Losing It with Shannon. And this isn't really it's also past due. It's not really a weigh-in video, but you know, I'm still, my weight's just flip-flopping. If I go off plan for a few days, I gain a ton of weight. Then it takes a week or more to get back to at least 215. So I think I was back down a little bit, but not like under 215, and probably up over 215 now because I ate Waffle House yesterday. But I'm going to refocus, and I don't know if next week I'm going to really try to go hardcore on dieting and actually start doing weigh-ins for super serious. As much as I keep saying I'm not being super serious about this, because I still understand I'm healing and everything, it's still upsetting me. So welcome back. So this is Chicken Monday. It's actually being taped on Thursday and being posted on Thursday. So this Check-In Monday, that's not really Monday, is actually, and I feel like it's actually a really good week, because this week I was released to all normal activity. After you have a baby, you have 6 weeks where you're like not supposed to lift too much, or not supposed to do this or that, and not supposed to do intense exercising. So today, yesterday, stop, you go. Sorry, still kind of potty training. He regressed after I had the baby. So, well, not that he ever really wore clothes, but I had started working on getting underwear and pants on him most times, and it's not working. So, sorry, this is a very unstable table, and I just kicked his my knee. So, I feel like this check-in video is actually a really good one for me too. So, one thing I really feel like is important for your weight loss journey is to make goals, and every few months check back into your goals and see how you can change things up. If you like to journal, maybe this is a good time to get your journal out and write your intentions. Instead of going, and also make your goals very specific and not so specific, and I'll get onto that. So first, your basic goal and intention would be like, what is my main goal in the end? Is it to get to a certain weight? Is it to get off a certain med? I feel like having a very, very big goal that's so important will help you so much down the line. My very big goal when I started was to have a healthy future pregnancy. Now I'm going to have to change that. Like I said, go back occasionally and change them as your life changes and ebbs and flows. So mine will probably have to change to probably hit my goal weight. I knew I would never hit my goal weight before we had our next kid. But you know, I wanted to be healthy and start way lighter than I was before I got pregnant again. So, like, write your intention. I want to be 185 or 175. You can look at the BMI, the body mass index, if you need an idea on what weight you should be. If you have been obese all your life like I have, you've never been a princess weight or a queen weight or whatnot, so you may not know what is the weight I need to be for your body. But I go back from that weight. If I get close to that weight and it's making my life harder to hit that 155 for my height. I've never been 155 in my life. I can't imagine being 155. If I get even close to that and it's soul sucking and I don't feel like I can live like that, I'm going to pull it back to 165, 175. When I first got pregnant with River, I was 185. My loosey-goosey weight goal was 175. I did not feel happy or comfortable in my body at 185. I felt so much better than I feel now. But 185, I don't believe 10 pounds could have changed my body that much. So now I'm thinking, unless it changes the next year or two, maybe 165 might be my happy weight. I don't want to make weight loss and maintaining a huge discipline that just takes all joy from life. So that's what I keep in mind when I make my weight loss goals. My next thing is, what other goals? What other things that's maybe not scale related that's going to help you keep going when you're sad or when you're wanting to eat all that candy? Halloween's coming up. So my other goal when I started losing weight was to get stronger. I don't know if you have watched my videos or how much I've mentioned this, but one of my biggest things that happened to me that made me realize I really need to work on my health was when I broke my ankle. When I broke my ankle, I was so weak I could not physically get up and move around. I don't even know if I could still use crutches. And I had a 3-month-old and 2-year-old. So it was so hard. And it was such a huge struggle for me. So that's my biggest goal, is to get stronger and healthier. Then there's all the other small little health issues that I would love to go away. Like creaking knees. So I had other health issues like creaky knees, my shoulder, which is actually a nursing injury, I call it. And then there is my heartburn. So those were some of the other smaller health goals I had that I wanted to conquer through my weight loss. And so when I start achieving those goals, I can celebrate that milestone, that non-scale victory. When my heartburn started being controlled without medicine for the most part through diet alone. That's an awesome non-scale victory. And this is something that's why I say go back and check into your goals. Do you need to modify them? Have you already hit them? How can you celebrate your goals and your achievements? Because this matters to keep you going throughout. So that's why I say go back. And then make other goals and motivations for you that are scale related, that are health related. Why are you doing this? Is there a certain someone, like your children, you want to be around for, or whatnot? Then also think about fitness. And it doesn't have to be run a 5K, do a Tough Mudder. It can be something as simple. I want to be able to walk to the mailbox again. Because people are in that state sometimes. And it's hard to even just do a small thing. Make it through Walmart without needing a scooter. By the way, after I broke my ankle and was in my air boot, going to Walmart without a scooter was especially with kids, especially by myself, was hard. It was so hard. For like, I think a month or two, my mom would have to come down to help me with the kids so I could at least grocery shop, and I would still get so swollen. It was horrible. So yes, people are there, and it's not sometimes just because they're obese. It might be recovering from an injury and they need to regain strength. When you break a muscle, it is so, not break a muscle, I mean, well, also a sprain is a muscle breaking, but you know, whatever. So sometimes people are just healing from injuries, and that's why they need a scooter. And by the way, at my Walmart, I can never find a scooter anyways to get on at Walmart. Or like a guy, his scooter died in the middle of Kroger. So it's not like people are just so obese they can't do it. Maybe they're recovering from injury, they're recovering from surgery, maybe they're on meds, or they're having autoimmune issues or whatever that's making things harder to lose the weight. So it's not as simple as calories in, calories out. People are lazy, fat people are lazy, whatnot. It's not. People are all in different walks of life. And we as humans need to understand that. But that's why even something as simple as walking to a mailbox, that's an amazing goal. And if you achieve that, if that was on your goal list, that is amazing. You should always celebrate that. So after you make your, scale related goals, maybe clothing related goals, like I have a dress I really want to fit into or something, health related goals, then fitness related goals. And then go back every few months. Have you achieved any of those? Can you add more now? Like, you walked a 15-minute mile. So now what can you do? Can you do two 15-minute miles? Can you climb, go hiking one day? Whatever. Just make sure you write down or document these non-scale victories, these little things through your journey, so you can look back and you can celebrate yourself, because you deserve this. And when you feel like you are struggling with your weight loss, with the numbers on the scale. Oh, also you should take your measurements too. So losing 3 inches in 1 month, that is something to celebrate. So when you are struggling, go to this list and reread it, and it may encourage you. If you are so tempted to face dive into a cake in the kitchen, go read this list of motivations, and it may help you go, well, I don't need that cake. Or maybe I'll just take 1 slice cake, but I don't need the whole cake. This will help you in the end. Stay focused. And also remember, it's not all about the scale. And I need to remind myself, it's not all about the scale. I just want to feel like less loose, if that makes sense. And so then, I know a lot of people right now are doing 100 days on plan, 100 days of tracking, 100 days of this, whatnot, or I want to lose this many pounds before the end of the year. That's great. But if you can't do that, because I know I'm in an area of my life that I can't even commit to 30 days on plan of exercise, of even doing anything. But if you can even work on, hey, I'm going to start every day intending to be as healthy as possible, trying to achieve my healthy goals, my healthy motivations as much as I possibly can, you will be ahead of the crowd when January starts and people are all trying to lose weight. And that will help you in the end. And every time you say no to a little piece of cake or whatnot, you're strengthening your no muscle. And this will help you in the end. But goals don't, and then also make sure your goals are realistic. I really get sad when I'm reading on groups where people are going, I need to fit into a dress in a month or two. I need to lose 20 pounds in a month or two. Like, even if you do the math, healthy weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week. Yes, the first week or two you may lose more because of water weight, and that is fine and normal. But you really shouldn't strive for 2 pound losses, more than 2 pound losses every week. And even that is going to be hard. I actually used to, when I was bored, would start my starting weight or current weight. And then I'd look at the calendar going, well, that'll be a good week. I can stay on plan. Then I'd go, oh, that is the week I'm out of town for this function. That won't be a good week for me, so I might gain 1 pound. Or that's my birthday week. I'm definitely probably not going to lose weight that week because I'm probably going to fall out plan. And just keep making, like, what I believe are realistic counts of what I think my weight should be, and throwing, one negative weeks and whatnot, and positive weeks and not so positive weeks through the whole thing. It would motivate me. It's just a small thing. Like I'm saying, 200 minus 2, 198 minus 2, etc. If it's a week I thought it'd be bad on plan, be 0 weight lost or plus a pound or 2, but most likely it'd be water weight and then come off next week. And seeing those numbers going down, even though there'd be weeks where there'd be fluctuations, really motivated me. And it's so simple, and it'd just be something I'd jot on like scrap paper, and it's not something I'd keep, but it's just one little small thing that would motivate me. And the way I saw it, it was a goal, because if I did that math, I go, well, realistically, by May, I could lose and be that weight. So that's going to be my max weight. And then I'd have, cut that number in half and have a minimum weight. But sometimes I see these people go, I need to fit in this dress by a wedding in 2 months. And half the times these are not realistic goals. You could achieve them. If you're really, really strict, you exercise every day probably, you don't have any stalls, and you could. Maybe. Some of these people actually show like way too much. But is it going to be healthy? Are you going to be happy? Yeah, you'll be happy in that dress at the wedding, but will you be happy in the meantime, your everyday life? And also, will anyone really care if you're not fitting in that size extra large dress by the time you go to this wedding? No, most likely everyone else is probably self-conscious about the dress or suit they're wearing at that wedding. So, I mean, except, you know, even the bride's going to be like so self-conscious, most likely. Oh no, they're not going to care if you couldn't fit in that certain dress by the time that the wedding showed up. So make sure when you make these goals, don't make them a coffin. Don't make them a thing that makes your life miserable. You know, enjoy life. Enjoy the process. Weight loss is hard. We will all have struggles. I'm struggling now. And let's not make this journey about the numbers on the scale or just being miserable. Let's make it enjoyable as much as it is. And don't set yourself up with such lofty goals that you're going to struggle. And every time you fall off plan or you don't exercise just right because it's been busy or you've been sick and you don't reach those goals, are you going to sit there and be even more merciful and eat more cake, or, you know, be destructive to your own body just because you feel guilty and you're now in this shame cycle of remorse and shame because of this shame cycle? So, you know, that's a good thing to remember when you're making your goals, is make them something achievable. Make them something that doesn't make your life miserable. Enjoy the process as much as you possibly can. It sucks sometimes. I will admit it. It's awesome when things are always going your way, but some days, some weeks, they are hard and it's awful. And you don't have to do this to yourself. Not like make yourself that miserable. Just a little miserable. Maybe everyone finds weight loss so easy and so every day is not a challenge, but sometimes it's a challenge for us, especially when you have other factors in your life. You work night shift, or you have kids, or you work overtime. A lot of those things are huge factors in weight loss, as according to studies. Well, I don't know about the kids things, but kids definitely make it hard for me to lose weight because they're always losing my weight loss gear. And someone like try to throw away at the other one today. Why are you? And he just went and touched it. See, so kids can probably be a factor. Put it down, please. I don't want you to drop it. He also says he's not strong enough to do this or that, but his brother, who is 2, can do it. So make sure you make your goals. You can check it back in them occasionally, and don't make yourself miserable. You can do this. Feel free to subscribe, and hopefully I can give you some inspiration along your way. Share this with anyone you think is struggling, because we've all been there. And maybe this will help them make some goals, and achievable goals, and goals that aren't just related to the scale, that will help motivate them. Because trust me, those non-scale victories motivate me so much. I should go to my bullet journal and reflect on the things that I have succeeded. Even though right now I'm not succeeding very well, I need to remind myself that I am being very successful, even though the scale says I'm not. So I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe, share this with anyone that's struggling, and good luck with your weight loss journey. Have a great one. I'll see you next time. Bye.